Alright, welcome back YouTubers to our install of the 2010 Honda CRV starter / battery harness. This is the old harness. As you can see, I got the old terminal there, and I got the new harness in. It's about time, which was pretty awesome because our local dealership couldn't even get us one in time at all, so I had to outsource, which, and if you follow the links below, then you'll see I'll have linked the company that I got these parts from, which are genuine factory parts. So, judging by the two cables here, I got an identical match. Everything is where it needs to be. Alright, let's move on to the install. We're back to the motor. What we're going to do now is lay the harness in. We're going to lay the harness down in here. Okay? Well, I've got most of the harness laid down. Pretty simple stuff. There it is, just laying there. No. Let me get this light on for you guys so you can see better. Alright. So we lay it down in there. These plugs that you see right here, all these connectors, we just run it up underneath this coolant hose, and we'll just start connecting everything. Alright, now what I've done here is, man, I can never get this flashlight together. Alright, I ended up clipping this harness part in, this big curve here. Then I snaked the wires around to start installing the exact same way I removed it. Opposite direction, so I'm going to start with a big starter wire, then that connector. There's a small connector right back in there. Where that, you see the blue connector right there. Then I'll connect that, and then this clip will go right into that spot there. Then we'll connect the compressor and alternator with this harness here. Okay, all the connectors now are where they need to be. I've got the alternator here connected. On down, I got the starter wires connected. Everything is tightened up. Got the connector down there put on here. They clip like what you see straight ahead. That clip right there. Got all the good stuff. Everything is, as they say, good and tight. Right there. All that stuff's nice and tight. Alright. Now we're going to move on with installing this intake, getting all this stuff put back together so we can have a running motor. And then after all this stuff is put back together, we can start with laying the battery back in its spot, getting all the connections put back up. Alright, now I have this manifold installed, got all the bolts put in. There's one hidden down here, one on the side, one over here, and then one underneath. I will now go and put our injector harness together, some vacuum lines. We'll put this back together, a throttle body, and get all this stuff squared away so it looks like a regular engine again. Alright, now that I have my hoses together, throttle body it's installed, don't forget the little nut plate brackets. There's 4 bolts there. I got my injector harness, it's all plugged up here all the way down. This connector down here is all plugged up. This part here is plugged up. All I have left is this small part of the harness, which will connect to the battery, and this end here will connect to the fuse block. So we're just a couple more connections away and we'll have this bad boy taken care of. Okay, now I have the battery installed. I put the sleeve over the battery. Battery's in on its tray, cleaned out. I got the bracket in here, and I got the rest of the harness installed. All I need down now is put the terminals on. Before I do, I'm going to put some of these on here. This battery saver, a couple of these, and some corrosive preventative spray. Let's hope for the best on this. And I also, before I forget, I installed the downpipe here that went into our throttle body. Okay, now that I've sprayed the terminals, I got the red all nice and sprayed. Well, positive, excuse me, in the green, the ground. Got that all sprayed up. Put this cap back on. Put this cover back on, and we should be good to go. Alrighty. Moment of truth. I've double checked. Make sure I left no tools laying around. Make sure everything is put back the way it's supposed to be, because you want to do a good job on this. You go underneath, you look underneath as well, make sure every bolt's tightened, everything's put back the way you had it. Now, since we're in the basement here, you want to crack for a little bit of air. We're not going to start for very long, but I just want to make sure everything works. So we're going to, oops, excuse me, the door's locked on me. That's a good sign the doors work. So we're going to get inside here. Alright. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We got to make sure all of our lights go out. Alright. 54,744 miles. Everything seems to be working pretty well. Alright. There we go.
That's my tip.
Yep.